Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here. I'm going to do a collective reading. This is general. It is timeless. However, today is April 21st. Yeah. Let us begin. And then when I'm done, we'll see. I had a couple. No, I'll do it now. I had a couple of images that I got, and one was people walking around. Some of them, okay. I've been working on dropping our story. You know what I mean? Like dragging the history with you on your back. And so I got this image of someone put their bag down with their story in it, and they approached someone else who had a bag on their back, and they whomped them with the bag that they had. And they were like bagless. So they ran back and grabbed their bag. And the message that I got with it is kind of like, yeah, it might be like that for a little while, when you put down your story. It's a work in progress. And that was for me, but I figured I would share it in case it's valuable to anybody else. And then the other thing that I kind of got was laughing at the madness. There's really not all that much to be joyful about for me at the moment, although there always is, but I'm finding things funny. So maybe something about dark humor. I don't know. Dark humor always helps. I'll do a Celtic cross. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Stress, not being able to sleep well, anxiety. Yeah, that's not showing up real good, but all right. What is the challenge card to that? 8 of Wands. There we go. 8 of Wands is the crossing card for that. We might be stressed out and anxious and unable to sleep. That's what the 9 of Swords is. That represents where we are. And the challenge card being the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is a lot of things up in the air, a lot of unknowns. Things have been launched, but they haven't landed yet. So we're in this expectant or waiting kind of period, waiting for things to manifest. It doesn't mean that we're waiting, doing nothing. We're continuing whatever progress that we've made, but we're waiting for things to land and to see what does land. It can be a lot of messages going back and forth, a lot of communication, a lot of things in the works, but nothing is yet set in stone. And that's what we're anxious about. Things are up in the air. At the subconscious, Ace of Cups. It's about love. Subconsciously, we want to begin loving in a new way. I really love that. That's your cup overflowing. Really wanting connection, emotional fulfillment, but it's subconscious, right? So that is our subconscious drive. We may not even be aware that what we are anxious about, what is up in the air, we really want emotional fulfillment. In the recent past, we have the 5 of Cups. Five of Cups is mourning, loss. Something may have, cups have spilled. In this one, there's a woman and she has two cups, but there are three behind that the woman behind her has. So presumably maybe those cups were taken from her, or so she's mourning the loss of them. However, at some point in time, it's important to recognize that she still has two cups in her hand. Cups are emotions, emotional fulfillment, spirituality. So maybe in the recent past, we've had some things spill. And with the Five of Cups, it's always important to come back to a place of gratitude, being grateful for what you do have. So there might have been some kind of loss or a setback. What is known? So in the subconscious, unconscious, we have the Ace of Cups. In the conscious, what we know, what we're intending or moving towards, we had two come out. So we had the King of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. The King of Wands, that's our inner masculine. That's the masculine energy goes out. So outwardly, what we know, we want to feel powerful. We want to feel in control. We want to feel spiritually aligned. King of Wands are fire. Fire is our spiritual energy, our heart energy, our action, our like creative power. And so we want to move forward with power. And we have the Ace of Swords, which is the sword of truth. That's like a logical breakthrough, or the truth coming out, or being honest, being open, being transparent. And that's what we know. So we might not even be aware. We may not even be aware that we really want this new beginning in the love sense, in the emotional fulfillment sense. And that's why we're taking these actions and speaking these words and thinking these things. Ace of Swords can also be like a mental breakthrough or a mind breakthrough. Like maybe maybe we know what the next step is. Okay, we've had this loss. We are stressed out. We don't know what's coming next. We have the Eight of Wands are flying. And everything is up in the air, but like we know what the action plan is. Like we have an idea. That's kind of cool. The future. 10 of Cups. No way. I call the 10 of Cups like the happy family card. It's the emotional fulfillment. Being surrounded by loving people. And like we don't even know that what we're looking for is emotional fulfillment. Having a full cup, and having a full cup is, we have no pentacles here. The pentacles are like material. The cups, that's emotional. Like who fills you up? What fills you up? The cups, okay, the energy of the cups is like, it's abundant, it's never ending. Like you can receive that from God, like source. And the 10 of Cups, what's in the future, we're moving towards complete emotional fulfillment. So I think we just want to be aware that it all comes back to love. Like that's what we're about here. All right, so what is like advice? So for advice, we got the Emperor and the Lovers. That's kind of interesting. looking. The Emperor is like our boss energy. That is our divine masculine. Um, and the masculine energy is yang. Okay. So even if you're chicks, which probably more of you are than not watching this, but that's really projecting your intentions and what you want to do outwardly. And with the lovers means making a choice. God, my phone is like blowing up. The lovers is about making a choice, and the choice can be one that is having to do with love, like but it's exposing your heart, like really exposing your heart and doing what you're passionate about. It can also be like signing a contract, or like where there's real ramifications for whatever it is, that the choice that you're about to make. There are like some real consequences for it. It can be marriage, it can be, but really any contract or a love relationship. And I describe the metaphor of that card is you are deciding to go from the honeymoon phase of a relationship to the actual relationship part of it. And at that point, you know that they chew with their mouth open, and they know that you, like, I don't know, don't put the toilet seat down, or up, or whatever down. I'm a chick. But anyway, you know all that information. You know they're annoying things, and you are choosing to like go steady or whatever. Make like that deeper commitment to somebody, even knowing the downside. Like it's usually not an easy choice to make. So we need to really be intentional with what we are getting into, with what we are committing ourselves to. We want to make sure that we see the pitfalls that are there, and are aware that what we agree to, we allow, or what we allow, we are agreeing to. So, all right, who's around us? The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, again, emotions. This is all about emotional fulfillment. Like, what makes you feel good? What makes you feel loved? What feeds and like replenishes your inner child? What makes your soul feel fed? What nurtures you? What comforts you? The Queen of Cups can be like a supportive feminine in your life, but really anyone who is emotionally supportive. So look for the people who are emotionally supportive near you. Who makes you feel good? The cups are unconditional love. That's like, I love you no matter what love. Who, if you are not surrounded by your I love you no matter what people, how can you get more time being surrounded by your I love you no matter what people? What are we hopeful of and afraid of? Hopes and fears, hopes and fears. King of Swords. So the swords, again, we have the king, which is, we have a lot of masculine energy in this. And that just means that our energy is like focused outwards, making things happen, creating things, like projectile energy, but the King of Swords makes up his mind, makes decisions, is very logical. He listens. He doesn't speak very often, but when he does, it carries more meaning. And so realizing the weight of our words are spells that we cast out into the world. So what we say is powerful. Actually, I feel like we're going through right now where we're learning that more and more, and we're going to learn it even more and more. So that's something to be mindful of. But maybe we are both hopeful of and afraid of just making up our fucking mind. Understandable. I mean, it's hard to make up your mind. And I don't have any, well, I have Pluto and Uranus in Libra. They're notoriously indecisive. I'm kind of indecisive, but I call it I don't care, you know, which is cheating. All right, what's the outcome? Page of Cups again with another cup. That's your inner child. What makes you feel good? What makes your inner child feel good? The Page of Cups has a vivid imagination, has trust in God. The fish always represent abundance, you know, expect good things. Expect what fulfills you emotionally. And maybe we don't know what it looks like. It's totally possible that we don't. Oh, look at my mug. It's not morning, but oh well. Mm, what do you do? These guys. Hmm. With this one, with the King of Wands and the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands is passionate, but again, that's heart energy. Okay. And with the King of Swords coming out as the hopes and fears, we don't want our words to be hurtful. The Ace of Swords can kind of be like, that's, you know, honesty. But with the King of Wands there, it's like we want to have our heart energy in there. Like fire, it's like co-creative, you know, that's the journey of manifestation. So the King of Swords in the hopes and fear spot, maybe we're afraid we might be too harsh, but we're hopeful we can get our point across. I'm going to clarify that 10 of Cups. Lucky. Lucky. Like it could be that there's some good fortune coming up in the future, having to do with friendships or friend groups or family or relationship. Again, this is a general reading, but emotional fulfillment. That could even be if you have, interesting. That could even be if you have like a job that you love that really emotionally fulfills you. Maybe you get a promotion, or maybe you don't have a job you love and you're looking for a job that you love. The 10 of Cups can also represent that. Like I call it the happy family card, but it really is like the culmination of an emotional journey and just feeling really fucking fulfilled. And to clarify the lucky card, we got division and 50-50, which is super weird. Separation, it's called, and 50-50. So it's like there's a need for fairness and balance, right? We could be, you know, maybe there's the conclusion of like a disagreement, or there's a stroke of luck. Things are up in the air right now. Maybe we're uncertain about ourselves, uncertain about other people. This really kind of looks like a manifesting journey. What we know, right? Oh, heck yeah, that's what this is. What we know that we are moving towards, or what we are consciously like intending, is the King of Wands and the Ace of Swords. speaking things into being. The swords are our words, put your words out there for what do you wish for? What do you wish will happen? Even if you're by yourself and you don't want anybody to hear you, go somewhere where nobody will hear you and speak your wishes out loud. The King of Wands, that's the manifester. The wands are the journey of manifestation, but the way that you do it is by, like, Abraham Hicks talks about doing it for at least 17 seconds, and you have to feel it in your heart, like really feel like the thing that you are wishing for is happening. And that's the subconscious, like that's the part that really counts. Yeah, this feels like a manifesting. And kids can usually, the Page of Cups coming out as the final, kids can usually manifest easier. Well, no, they can. They have wild imaginations. They have faith. They trust. Like there's generally the younger you are, the more of an inherent trust that you have in your imagination and the things that will come. Even when you think about things like the tooth fairy or whatever, like, yes, it's their parents bringing the tooth, but like they just believe that, and then other people respond in kind. And so that's how the universe sends people to respond in kind to the things that we speak out and manifest. I've had some weird things come, so I know what I speak of. Let me not fall out of my chair. One more. So do not sit in this stress and anxiety. I'm going to pull out an advice card right now. Maybe meditate, contemplate, take a walk. And that is like very trite advice because it's very fucking good advice. Just anything to calm the mind. One advice. We're making decisions here. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. I want to pull another one. But yeah, we have the King of Swords. I was talking about a decision. Then we have 50-50 separation. It's like we're trying to figure out which way to go. And what I usually say with the Eight of Wands is it's not a time to act in haste because we're still waiting for things to land. But surround yourself with people who make you feel good. That's this Queen of Cups, that the Lovers. Yeah, like there's some kind of contract or something. It's interesting. Inspiration. What inspires you? That's the King of Wands. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. Oh, how weird. How weird. You guys saw me shuffle. I've had this deck forever. I don't use it a lot either. We got 18, 18 and then 19. I said, don't rush. One thing, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. You have to make the best decision possible. What lights you up? What really makes you feel emotionally fulfilled? Where is their unconditional love? Wow. And the 10 of Cups in the future is a reminder to look at the long term. Always have the long term in mind, because and so I do this thing where I'll be like, okay, here's my life right now, and I don't fucking like it. So I get in a helicopter and I go up and I'm like, all right, there's that. And then, and then there's like my past, and it's up and down and up and down. And it helps to gain a little bit of perspective of where we are on our life's path. And if we're down, then we'll be up, then we'll be down, then we'll be up, and you'll get through it. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day on earth. And I didn't want to say this before because then I was afraid you would listen for it. But I had a bunch of work done on my teeth and I'm doing this mouthwash and it's really bothering me because I hope that's the reason that I keep lisping. And I don't know if this microphone will pick it up, but if it did, I hate it. Anyway, where's my helicopter? I love you. Peace. Namaste.